For this tale, the first that I will tell, I will need to explain a few things. A few weeks ago, I had a wonderful question cross my mind. That question is, what would happen if I let my mind free? The obvious, magnificent answer came a week after I asked the question. Death, of course, but whose death? And with that question, our first tale begins. Welcome to my twisted mind. You may call me Brandy, and I will be your guide. This tale begins where all good tales of death and horror begin. It begins in a room just like yours. The darkness, only barely pushed back by the soft glow of the computer. Except, my room wasn't illuminated by a computer, but by a candle. Nothing spooky nor mystical about this candle. There was a power outage, and I needed the light. I am no magician, nor demonic worshiper. I am, or at least I was, just a woman seeking to unravel the mysteries of the mind. Those elusive mysteries hidden and locked away. For this, I was reading a book. Its title still eludes me, as age had worn most of the writing on its leather cover. I had become obsessed with this book. I can still remember the old leather smell. I had become obsessed with this book. I can still remember its old leather smell, the velvet feel of yellow pages, and how delicate you had to be to turn the page. Ever so gently, you had to turn it, making sure not to rip the page. Now I can't read page 469 of the book. That has to be the most important. I'm sorry, I lapsed back into the past. I tend to do that. It feels so real after your mind has just been set free. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the book. As I was reading the book, I noticed the further that I got, the more things go, easier. I could finish mental tasks in seconds, whereas before, it would take me minutes. My wit was quicker and sharper than any blade. The only downside was the constant whispering. It would only happen when I would look at people. I couldn't make out the little whispers. I didn't know what they were saying, but I wanted to know. So I kept reading, kept digging, and soon the whispers became clear voices telling me of their hopes and their fears. What to say to make them love me, and what to say to make them forget me entirely. Now, before you go making assumptions, no, I can't read minds. I must be within 5 meters of the person, and I must be able to see their head. The whispers only tell me the intimate details. That's it, and that's all I need. Now, there was this man in my town. This evil, vile, despicable monster of a man. We all know he did it. We all know he raped and murdered those women. But his money let him walk. Now, I can send him to his death in a way he deserves. I made an appointment with this man. I had to hold back the bile crawling up my throat as I asked to talk business. He had an opening for me around midday. Perfect. I get to slay the beast and grab some food afterwards. I wonder if I could get some free food from that waiter again. Man, I wouldn't mind getting him back to my place and I'm sorry, it's so hard to keep focused at times. Time flies quickly, and noon soon arrived. I waited at his office, and waited. No one was there. I didn't expect anyone to be there. After all, it was a Sunday. As soon as I was about to give up on my mad quest for murder, Beast rolled up in his Prius. Pompous prick. Thinking he's better than me because I drive a gas-guzzling Jeep? How dare that fucker look down on me? I will fuck his maggot-infested corpse! Again, I'm sorry. Inside of his office, we were shielded by the heat. It was oddly cool and air-conditioned. Inside his office, we were shielded by the heat. It was oddly cool and air-conditioned, despite the fact that his place was absent of people until the beast and I entered. We sat at the desk and talked. He talked, the voices talked. I listened to the voices. They told me his fears, all of them. The beast even feared latex. And then they told me his deepest, darkest fear. To die by a woman whom he tried to rape. Well, seeing as that would never happen, I slit his fucking throat and watched him gag and bleed all over the table. It was such a beautiful sight, and I felt his fear as his life left him. It felt orgasmic, and I just wanted more. And that is when we come to now. The power is out because I want it out. The candle is here because I need the candle for light. And the waiter is tied up on the bed, his blood spilling from his neck. I need to feel the fear of dying. I need to find you.